destruction of way or another, we are going to be destruction of the Nord Stream pipeline, which I would bet was a U.S. action, perhaps U.S. and Poland. This is
Jeff, we got to stop there. That's quite a statement as well. Why do you feel that was a U.S. action? What evidence do you have of that?
Well, first of all, there's direct radar evidence that U.S. Helicopters, military helicopters that are normally based in Gdansk, were circling over this area. We also had the threats from the United States earlier in this year that one way or another, we are going to end Nord Stream.
We talked about that last week, how Biden literally said in February that Nord Stream 2 will not open. And the lady asked him, how do you have any power over that? That's controlled, that's Germany. He like, we have ways, it's not going to open. Same thing as the Obama's puppet, that woman, she said Nord Stream 2 will not open. How do they know it won't open? How do they know something would happen?
Because it's playing.
Huh?
It's playing.
Exactly.
I have a remarkable statement by Secretary Blinken last Friday in a press conference. He says, this is also a tremendous opportunity. It's a strange way to talk if you're worried about the piracy on international infrastructure of vital significance. So I know this runs counter to our narrative. You're not allowed to say these things in the West, but the fact of the matter is, all over the world, when I talk to people, they think the U.S. did it.
And that goes back to our point earlier, how in America, we don't know their news, but they know ours. And everybody else is saying, America did it. Europe, all throughout all places around the world, they're saying America sabotaged that pipeline. They know they did it.
Just to tell you, and by the way, even reporters on our papers that are involved tell me privately, of course, but it doesn't show up in our media.
Professor, I don't want to get into tit for tat about what did or did not.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about it no more.
Yeah, they telling y'all to change the subject. Cut them off.
The producer said, move it on. Regina said, okay, we started. Stop from, but I'll return to it since you said it's like lost.
She stopped watching it too?
See, I told you. See, me and Trevor got into a debate. I said the show was like a 7, but he said it's a 10. He loved it. I said, and we went through the...
y'all have to take into account. Yeah, I'm not going to backpedal. I said it was a 10.
Yeah,
but you have to take into account that we know there ain't been no good shows on.
No, but I think it's because you didn't like watch Lost. So you look at the show as mysterious and
I look at
what's
it
going to happen next.
A fresh pair of eyes who've never seen the producers on the show work and the writing and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised. That husband...
So she said she stopped watching it?
Yeah, she said, but she stopped.
What episode?
Well, how many episodes did you make it, Regina?
What episode you start watching it, Regina?
I already know. I got a number in my head.
You thinking episode 3?
Yep. By episode 3, I wouldn't be surprised if you stopped in. The husband and the daughter are just terrible actors. Why is the town just sitting around not trying to get out? Like everybody just okay with staying here. It take you.
Dude, some people have not seen the show from, so don't do any spoilers for them.
Shush. Somebody at the door. Hold on, y'all. All right, we back. Sorry about that. Somebody want to bring some stuff, but people want to spend money, man. But yeah, the show probably made it about episode 3. I would say the show picks up probably around 7, 6 or 7. If you can make it to 6 or 7, it might be better for you.
It never fell off for me.
Oh, okay. Biden says Putin threats real.
What episode did she stop watching?
She said, here, if you state America did it, you get accused of being conspiracy theorists. And from episode 1, but I fell asleep and have yet to return. Oh, damn. She ain't making it past 1. Well, yo, try to give it a try. You and your husband try to give it a try. Maybe
Yellow Jacket.
Oh, you like Yellow Jacket too?
I like Yellow Jacket more than I like Outer Range.
Outer
For some
Range was,
reason.
yeah. Outer Range, yeah. I like it. I like Outer Range. But anyway,
You might have to give it another try.
try to give it another try. Yeah, Biden says Putin threats real could spark nuclear Armageddon. Okay, this is where it gets serious. We know that if you pay attention to today's news, as of Saturday, October 8th, that the Kerch Bridge in Crimea has been partly destroyed. That is a very, very, very important bridge. That tells me this is going to a new level.
And
for
it
the
killed
past
3.
Huh?
Didn't it kill 3 civilians?
It kills 3 people. Well, it didn't say civilians, it said 3 people.
Okay,
that most
3
likely means it was civilians, which is a war crime. But anyway, now for the past week, we've been seeing headlines like this. People have been talking about nuclear war like it's not crazy. Like that's crazy. Putin been saying, America is a bunch of demons and godless people, and if
There's
Russia
a lot of them running around out here.
he said if Russia can't exist, no country should exist. So they're talking about nuclear war. But here's an even crazy one. Let me show y'all this. Zelensky. It's got so crazy. This is the type of stuff Zelensky is saying. Zelensky calls for NATO to launch a preemptive strike against Russia to eliminate the possibility of Russia using nuclear strikes.
He's a midget too.
Yeah, let me show y'all what he did. What he said.
Що повинно робити НАТО? Унеможливлювати застосування Росією ядерної зброї. Але, що важливо, я ще раз звертаюсь до міжнародної спільноти. Як це було до 24-го? Превентивні удари, щоб вони знали, що з ними буде, якщо вони застосують. А не навпаки, чекати ядерних ударів Росію, щоб потім сказати, ах ти так, ну ось тримай від нас. Переглянути застосування свого тиску. Ось я вважаю, що повинна робити НАТО. Переглянути порядок застосування.
The president of Ukraine just told NATO to nuke Russia.
They're not gonna do it.
We don't know. We don't know that. Virginia said the hub did go further and likes from considering Yellow Jackets too. So her husband did continue watching it.
Oh, the husband liked it?
Yeah, he liked it. Travis Handler, this is George. Travis Handler were at the door and pressed to tell him the eagle has landed. George, you on your ass.
Yeah, they had to give me a little bit of electric shock to get me back in order.
They had to do the MK Ultra programming. But listen, this man just called for a nuclear strike on another country. Now, keep in mind, the Jerusalem Post came out with a list of the top 50 most influential Jews, and they named him number 1. They named Netanyahu number 5, and the person who's acting as prime minister right now is number 2. So big Israel is calling for an attack on Russia, and little Israel seem to be in support of it.
Of course, little Israel will be in support of it. They're trying to get back home.
See, we go into that, how they want to bring back the Khazarian Empire.
That's where they come from.
They want to bring back the Khazarian Empire, which included Ukraine. Ukraine was a part of the Khazarian Empire. It's also, like I said, we talked about it before, that when all this ends, if Russia just gets rid of all this shit and says, look, man, just give us this and move on with our life, somebody gonna have to pay reparations. So all those billions of dollars you see America sending to Ukraine, we know that Zelensky is pocketing a chunk of that money. It's not reaching the country. It's going straight to his checking account. What about when this war is over? In Ukraine, we saw Zelensky say that when this is over, they want reparations and they want to take everything from Russia.
Oh, like they leaving Egypt again?
Yeah,
the Jews.
They're saying we want Russia to give up everything. Now the people in Russia was like, "You tripping? You ain't getting shit.
You ain't getting a quota.
You ain't getting a ruble quota. You ain't getting nothing." But yeah. Also, I want to show this last article. Or these last 2. On 3. That's 4, 5, 6. Damn.
Yeah. It continues. It goes and
It just goes and
goes.
goes. And all right, we'll move quick. Kremlin accuses Zelensky of trying to start a world war. We just talked about that. Him calling for a damn nuclear strike. Russia warns of potential direct military clash with NATO. So they're saying NATO keeps giving weapons to Ukraine, and that if somehow at some point the Russian military comes across one of these deliveries and something happened, it ain't gonna be their fault. You're bringing weapons to them. If we destroy something that belongs to y'all, don't get mad. But we know that'll mean all-out war. And I'll make sure to point out before that this is more of a religious war for them as well, as much as spirit. Should I say? It's being pushed as a spiritual war as well as a change of the guard in the global powers. God put you in power, Russian Orthodox leader tells Putin on his 70th birthday, which is the same on his birthday. That's when they blew up the Kerch Bridge, and they played a Marilyn Monroe video of her singing "Happy Birthday" to Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Happy.
They try to be
funny.
Yeah. Till they get nuked.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. The head of Russian Orthodox Church, Patriarch Kirill, said Saturday that Vladimir Putin's reign over Russia has been mandated by God, congratulating the Kremlin chief on his 70th birthday.
Well,
God
the
put you in
Most High
power
put
so
everybody in a place where they're supposed to be at during this time to execute
a plan.
A plan that
It's supposed
has to be
happen.
carried out.
Things that's going to be done. So, it is what it is. This is a spiritual war for them.
It's a spiritual war for everybody.
You're right. But they say they're going against Satan, which is America. They're going against the beast, the dragon.
The beast is
the wine of the dragon.
All over the world.
Yeah, the wine of the dragon. Biden thinks non-nuclear threat will stop Putin. His military doesn't. We talked about this in this article. They went on to say that they want to find a way to decapitate Putin's administration, which is the same word that Lindsey Graham used when he talked about pretty much sending in the CIA to form a coup and kill Putin. So Republicans and Democrats want this war. It's not. It's a what do they call it? Both sides of the aisle want Putin
both
dead.
sides of the bird.
They want the resources in Russia. That's really about. The Russian embassy responded by saying the Russian embassy responded to the publication in the media about the possible strike on the Kremlin. The embassy in Washington commented on the information that appeared to be in the media about plans allegedly being developed in the United States to strike at the Russian military political leadership, expressing the hope that it's someone's nonsense confirming their readiness to defend the country's sovereignty. Diplomats drew attention to an article in Newsweek which cited anonymous representatives of the Pentagon reported on a possible U.S. reaction to the hypothetical use of nuclear weapons by Russia among the crazy options being considered in a so-called decapitation blow at the heart of the Kremlin. I would like to believe that such a crazy arguments do not reflect the official political position of the U.S. military department. We proceed from the fact that Washington is well aware of the escalating nature of such reckless rhetoric. They've been talking about nuclear war for like 6 months now. Actually 7. They started.
They're gonna give what they want.
Huh?
They're gonna give what they want.
Well, here's the crazy part. We talked about this is all about being about green powering and moving away from they want the new industrial revolution to happen. Look at this. This is from 2011. Could a small nuclear war reverse global warming? So in 2000,
it's no longer global warming now. It's climate change.
Climate change.
Because they see stuff is cooling down.
So in this article, they go on to say that a small nuclear explosion would possibly be good for the environment because the smoke basically from the explosion would lead to the sun being blocked out in certain areas. So it would actually help the environment.
Seems like some people don't like the sun. We know the sun don't like your ass.
Wasn't Bill Gates the one who had that shit where he was talking about he gonna try to block the sun?
Yeah, we know why they want to block the sun.
That shit crazy, man. That's what it's all about, though. They want to move away from the current industry they have and move on to the next.
That video on YouTube of how they see.
You said what?
That video of on YouTube of how they see you.
Yeah.
The sun. What is?
Kiefer said, I like how the media is still silent on the Nazis in Ukraine. Oh, they're not going to talk about it because they support them. They bring them to the White House. They brought them over years ago, right after World War II. They brought them over. They're the ones who created what's it called? What's it called? NASA. It's Nazis. NATO isn't going to do anything. They said no one cares about Ukraine. They still haven't allowed them to be a part of NATO. Ukraine, Zelensky has been begging to join NATO, and they just like, nah, we seen some guns though.
I'll wait.
I'll wait.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Shots in the area.
Anyway, man, we kept y'all long
It's hard
enough.
living in Seattle life.
You hear gunshots in the back.
Every night you hear gunshots.
Yeah, cops don't know when to kick in the door.
Meth heads out in the street. Man, white crime is at a high.
White crime.
It's white crime.
White on white crime.
White on white crime.
All right,
That's
man.
a shame.
All right, man. It's long enough.
What he mean? I'm actually right about something. It's about time. What are you talking about? George.
George be talking shit. Anyway, man, what's the last thing you want to say before we get up out of here?
Thanks for viewing the channel.
Yeah. You gonna never throw nothing in there, just
No.
all right. Anyway, man, glad
Stop
y'all
trying to steal
stopped
my
through.
stilo.
Spent y'all time here with us on a Saturday. Hopefully you enjoyed the conversation. It was good talking to some of y'all.
Some of y'all, it was good talking to
Because
some of
everybody
y'all.
didn't comment. Why are you trying to make it seem like I was just taking a shot at somebody?
Who you taking a shot at?
Nobody. Anyway, man, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Please share it if you can. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Y'all be safe. All praise to the Most High. And peace, man.
Thank you.